Alright, today's video, a game that's probably been reviewed millions of times here on YouTube, but I'm going to review it anyway, so I have an excuse to talk about it. In my opinion, this is the best Super Nintendo game ever made, Super Mario World. This was a perfect transition for Nintendo, transitioning from the beloved NES to their brand new Super NES. This was a perfect pack-in game, Super Mario World. It's their mascot. The game's awesome. Best Super Nintendo game ever. 9.2 out of 10. This song's engraved in my head. It's engraved in a lot of people's heads. As soon as the startup song happens, you have all kinds of memories from when you were a kid if this was one of your childhood systems. So let's go ahead and get through World 1 real quick here. First world starts off simple enough, then the game gets progressively harder. But all in all, it's an easy game. Long game too, that's why there's a save feature. And it actually still works in this cartridge. Here you go, Super Mario World. Best Super Nintendo game ever. I have this song in my MP3 player. Yeah, that was amazing. That first, Bullet Bill, that thing, I think they're called Bullet Bill, but that first one, you're like, oh my gosh, that thing is fucking gigantic. So, this right away showed off the Super Nintendo's graphical and music capabilities over the standard NES. A lot of people say Super Mario 3 is the best Super Mario game ever. I disagree. I think it's this one. This is the best Super Mario game of all time, not Super Mario 3. Super Mario 3 had more gimmicks, but this game was more polished. And it had Yoshi. I think Yoshi is a good trade-off from all the Super Mario 3 suits. Yeah, see that coming out, you're like, oh, fuck. You shouldn't say that when you're a kid. You should say, oh, damn. See, there's a lot of opportunities for extra lives in this game. Like I said, it's a fairly easy game. Even the youngsters these days could probably play it with no problem. Nothing to it. As a kid, that was more of a Sega fan. I'm gonna admit it. Mario was always better than Sonic. Sonic was good, but Super Mario games or Super Mario World was much more polished than Sonic. Sonic is still great though, but when the smoke clears, I think Super Mario World is superior to Sonic. And I'm a Sega fan. I'm a bigger Sega fan than Nintendo fan. If you notice, my reviews are a lot of Sega games and a lot of Sega systems, so. But you know, you gotta give credit where it's due. It's like, you know, Mario is really not cool. I think the game is just so polished. That's what makes the game so damn good. Just so polished. Like, the premise of Mario is pretty dumb. He's a damn plumber. And, like, who the fuck cares, you know? Continue without save. This is going to be a present for my sister and her husband, so I want to review it before I give it to them. I bought this retro duo for them, so you know, I need to review Super Mario World. I need to get me one of these. I don't have a Super Nintendo. Maybe it's time. It's time to get Super Nintendo. Oh, I could have got extra live there, or extra man, so should have kicked the turtle shell at those. Would have got extra life. Yeah, and then this game added the reserve system, so you can drop it anytime with the select button. And then this is Yoshi right now. See, I think Yoshi was a good trade-off to the costumes. So when you eat a turtle, like of a certain color, like red, it's a fireball. If a green one does nothing. Purple, yeah, let's see. Green one does nothing, you just spit it out. Purple, you get to fly. See, this is where this game's easy. If you get hit and you have Yoshi, you're not going to die or anything. You can't eat the football player. You have to just stomp on them a few times. That's a checkpoint. Make sure I get Fireball here. And then a Yoshi. I see another extra man. They're just everywhere. Yoshi's a beast. He just eats everybody except bosses and well, you can't fight a boss with Yoshi, but yeah, you can't eat football players or anything like that. But you can eat the mole and the dirt included. Fruits. I think if you eat 100 fruits, you also get an extra life. So extra life opportunities are everywhere in this game. But if you want to get into retro gaming, get one of these retro duos. It's a Super Nintendo and Nintendo in one, and you know you gotta get this game. It's fairly pricey. I mean, this came with Super Nintendo, and it's a $25 game. Like, I remember 15 years ago, Super Mario World was like $5. But you know what? I think everyone who has a copy of Super Mario World, they're holding on to it now. So, I mean, you know, it's readily available on eBay. On eBay, there's always like 100 listings for it, but they always go for like $25 at minimum. Unless you get a cheap buy it now, or buy the Japanese version. The Japanese version's $10. But, yeah, like I said, this game, it's not like this game was rare or anything. Millions, probably 50 million of these exist. Because I think that's how many Super Nintendos sold. Like 50 million, something like that. There are a lot of Super Nintendos sold, so. But, you know, that tells you the value of this game. And then I don't know if it was in many compilations. I know they re-released it on Game Boy Advance. See, basic platforming skills there. They released this on Game Boy Advance. Re-released it on Game Boy Advance. So it was re-released. There goes Yoshi. Compilation disc? I don't know. See, Sonic was on many compilation discs. That's why Sonic isn't worth anything. So, I don't know. Maybe this was on the Wii Virtual Console? I don't have a Wii, so I don't know how many times this game was re-released, but all I know it's $25. Okay, almost to the boss. Well, I should have kept Yoshi for this part. Well, he fell. Maybe Yoshi's in here. No. Yeah, look at this game. It's just colors are. It looks good. It's polished. How many times did I say that already? This game's polished. It's a good word for it. There's just really nothing wrong with it. I don't really know any flaws that Super Mario World has. It's just a really, really well done game. They don't make them like this anymore. Like, care was put into this game. It just feels like the people who made this game cared. They wanted to make the best possible game, you know. And like I said, it was a perfect transition from NES to Super Nintendo, because this is what you saw when you got a Super Nintendo. Like, if you were transitioning from NES to SNES, this is what you saw, and you're like, holy crap, this is way better than Nintendo. So here's one of the effects. You could kill them with your ass, I guess. See, this was one of the cool effects of Super Nintendo coming up. This was they were just showing off in this stage with the, there you go, see? They're just trying to show off a little bit. See, go on the other side. Stuff like that. It was just them showing off their new system. Look what we can do. There's multiple layers here. It's, you know, it doesn't seem like much now, but back then you're like, whoa, it's like 3D. And then you're like, whoa, on this part, whoa, that thing, it's gonna crush you. This is cool, man. It's a cool game. That's why it gets a high score from me. If I give a game a 9, that's greatness. Anything over a 9 is extra greatness, and Super Mario World is extra greatness. 9.2. Boss time. Yeah, it says easy boss. Of course, it's gonna get more complicated. You gotta dump him into the lava. He's toast. Oh, maybe I'm gonna die. That would be embarrassing. There you go. I always call myself an elite gamer. I'm gonna die in the first world of Super Mario World. Not a chance. Not a chance. I got this. Alright, World 2. Oh, and then all the castles blow up differently. Like I think the next one shoots into the sky. The princess is in another castle. So you'll know that line if you're a old school gamer. What am I say to Yoshi's family? Okay, World 2. Donut Plains. Oh, I continued. Gotta erase that. Make my sister and her husband. Okay, this was the introduction to the cape for Super Mario. Literally, you're literally a Super Mario. You're a superhero. See if I could do this. See, good stuff. So yeah, there's your super cape. Just do spin moves. Great game. See, now I have one in reserve, so if I get hit again. But that's it. That's all the powers for Super Mario World. It wasn't like Super Mario 3 where you had like suits, you know, raccoon suit, freaking Hammer Brothers suit. There was a lot of suits in Super Mario World. And then you could float. If you have the cape and Yoshi, you still have some cape powers. But well, I'm gonna get Extra Man right now. Lots of opportunity. Oh, in this game you could backtrack all the levels to rediscover stuff. Okay, see that 98 I have right there? When you hit this, you always get a number. So once it hits 100, oh, anyway, once it hits 100, you get another extra life. So I have 13 lives already. Yeah, the opportunities are there to get all kinds of extra lives. Alright, so that's it. That's Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. Best Super Nintendo game ever. Like, this game never gets old. I mean, I haven't played this game in many, many years. I think I played this one on Game Boy Advance. Super Mario World Advance. That was a couple years ago. I want to say I played that about 10 years ago. It's been a while. 8 or 10 years ago? I don't remember. I played on my DS. I have a DS somewhere, but yeah, this game never gets old. I could play this game many times over. So that's it. Memories for people who have played this game. And if you haven't played this game and you want to get into retro gaming, get it. I think it's the best Super Nintendo game. Alright everyone, kick ass, be safe, and take it easy.